Hello there, everybody. I'm GrimmChorizo. Welcome to Wrestling Roundup, and this is the very first edition of 2015. So if you're new to the show, this is the show where I give you this week's WWE news, rumors, and recap. And this week has had a lot of exciting things happen. So let's get started. This week's episode of Raw was jam-packed with a lot of awesome stuff. For starters, Edge and Christian were in charge of Raw. They also were in charge of Main Event on SmackDown. So they did the first ever Cutting Edge Peep Show, mixing their two talk shows together. Their host on Raw was Seth Rollins, which turned out to be very bad for them, as Seth Rollins put John Cena in a predicament where he knew that he basically had Cena in the palm of his hand and he could do anything. So he forced John Cena to bring the Authority back, because if he didn't, he was going to curb stomp Edge. So now, officially, the Authority is back in power. Also on Raw, the Usos won the WWE Tag Team Championship from Damian Mizdow and The Miz, making them two-time Tag Team Champions. But that wasn't the only match that Miz and Mizdow had. They got a second match on Raw, and it was against the debuting Ascension, Connor and Victor. There was also a big return this week on Raw. Cesaro issued an open challenge, and it was met with the returning Bad News Barrett, who defeated him with the Bullhammer. It was announced that Daniel Bryan would be making a big announcement on Raw. Many, including myself, feared that he would be announcing his official in-ring retirement. However, that was not the case. Daniel Bryan announced that he will be competing in the 2015 Royal Rumble next month. This is insanely awesome news. I didn't expect Bryan to be back anytime soon, and now he's announcing he's going to be wrestling next month. Whew. That is awesome. It's hard to follow that news, but something exciting on Main Event, two NXT divas got the chance to compete against each other. Charlotte, the NXT Women's Champion, against her rival Sasha Banks. And the crowd was actually much more into this Divas match than they are really for any other Diva matches on the main roster. I think that's saying something. So with Edge and Christian on, there was a little bit of a wondering, is Christian retired or not? Because the commentators were saying he was, and Paul Heyman brought up that Christian has had too many concussions to even wrestle again. Apparently, Christian is officially retired from in-ring competition. He just wanted to do it quietly. It was announced for next week's Raw that there will be an ambulance match between Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt. Many are seeing this as the end to their feud, but I guess we'll have to see. So now with Bryan officially being entered into the Royal Rumble, there's a lot of rumor going around. Who's going to win? Roman Reigns was the favorite going in, but now is Daniel Bryan the obvious favorite? Honestly, the rumor going around is that nobody knows. There hasn't been a picked winner, so the two favorites are obviously Reigns and Bryan, but it could be either one. Another rumor going around is that Sheamus might be returning as a heel. But the thing is, that was the rumor going around last year when he was injured and returning, and obviously that didn't happen. I really want to believe it, because Sheamus is getting boring, very boring, and a heel turn would be great for him, so hopefully he does return heel. Seth Rollins, who is one of the biggest names in WWE right now, there are a lot of rumors going around for plans for him in the near future. One thing tossed around is him taking on Sting. However, it appears that Triple H will be taking on Sting at WrestleMania. And another thing is entering him into the world title scene, the official world title scene. Obviously, he has the Money in the Bank briefcase, which warrants him a title shot anytime he wants. But there's talks of him fighting for the title soon. And another rumor going around, dealing with the Undertaker and his WrestleMania condition. If he cannot wrestle, which if he does, he wants to compete against Bray Wyatt. But if he cannot, talk is going around that he may be entering the Hall of Fame. So rumor going around is he will either be taking on Bray Wyatt or entering the Hall of Fame. So thanks for watching this week's episode of Wrestling Roundup. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you next week. So see you later, everybody.